New tonight, state law enforcement officials say a Walterboro police officer opened fire on a man following a traffic stop. But why? As Katie Kamin reports, more than 1 month after the shooting, there are still more questions than answers.
It's astonishing to me.
Attorney Jay Bender says he's shocked how local, county, and state law enforcement agencies are keeping the public in the dark about a shooting in Colleton County. That incident happened November 24th, the night before Thanksgiving, when state law enforcement investigators say a Walterboro police officer fired shots at a man after a traffic stop.
By withholding information from the public, the agency's credibility with the public is diminished.
Here's what we know. Colleton County Fire Rescue tweeted this on Thanksgiving Eve, warning that Walterboro police were searching for an armed suspect around Green Pond Highway. But the police department didn't send a press release or post anything about it on their Facebook page. 2 days later, on Black Friday, this statement was issued by the State Law Enforcement Division, or SLED. It says that after a traffic stop on the 24th, a Walterboro officer fired shots at an armed man during a confrontation. SLED said no injuries had been reported at the time, adding that the man ran away and had not yet been found. They deferred to Walterboro police for information about the officer who pulled the trigger, but both agencies refused to disclose any other information about the case. That was 33 days ago. But why were shots fired? Why was the man being pursued? And did police ever end up locating him? Live 5 Investigates has spent weeks trying to answer those questions. After we got reports of the shooting, we immediately followed up with law enforcement and filed public records requests for documents and video. We even traveled to Walterboro on November 29th and stopped by the police department, the Colleton County Sheriff's Office, and SLED's field office to request reports and other files, but nothing was provided.
I can't think of a circumstance that requires openness more than when you have a police officer firing at someone. And I think the police owe it to the public to explain the circumstances and the result.
Weeks passed, and the deadline for Walterboro police to acknowledge one of our public records requests came and went. That's a violation of South Carolina's public records law. Last week, SLED finally released the Walterboro police incident report to us. It says after an officer approached the vehicle on the passenger side, the passenger got out and ran away. According to the report, the driver, who was arrested for driving on a suspended license, said he didn't know his passenger, but the document made no mention of the shooting. Later, Walterboro police added this supplemental report. It says it was soon discovered that an officer discharged his firearm at an unknown suspect during a foot pursuit. But the name of the officer who pulled the trigger is blacked out. No reasoning is given for the shooting. With police, the sheriff's office, and SLED remaining tight-lipped about what exactly happened in Walterboro the night of November 24th, Bender says the lack of transparency is cause for concern.
If I were a member of the public in that community, I would either conclude that the police are covering up something or they have no idea what they're doing.
In Walterboro, Katie Kamin, Live 5 News.
Were you in Walterboro the night of November 24th? Did you witness the chase or the shooting? If so, give Live 5 Investigates a call. That number is 843-402-5678.